Ladies and gentlemen, it seems ONVO has found itself in the spotlight recently, and not just because of its latest vehicles. The real buzz started when an ONVO employee posted something that went viral across social media, drawing enough attention to provoke a rare and stern public response from none other than ONVO's current CEO, Dr. Shen Fei. In this video, we're diving into the details of this surprising moment, how it reflects the inner workings of ONVO, and what it could mean for the future of the brand. But before we dive into the heart of this ONVO controversy, let's take a moment to highlight something significant happening in the EV infrastructure world: battery swapping. A recent discovery in a busy part of a major Chinese city revealed 3 different battery swap stations, all located within the same area, operated by 3 different major companies. This isn't just a coincidence, it's a powerful indicator that battery swapping as a concept is gaining serious traction. The 3 companies operating those stations, NIO, CATL, and Alton, each of them has committed resources and infrastructure to make battery swapping a reality for EV users, and their physical presence in the same zone shows this technology is not being sidelined, it's moving forward rapidly. For anyone doubting the future of battery swaps, this example offers a compelling counterpoint. Let's break this down further. CATL, which is primarily known as a battery manufacturer, has also introduced a dedicated line of vehicles designed to be compatible with its own battery swap stations, which it calls chocolate stations. Although it's still early days and sales performance of these vehicles is unclear, the commitment to such infrastructure signals a long-term strategy. Meanwhile, Alton has made considerable headway by targeting the taxi sector. For years now, Alton has operated battery swap-enabled taxis, proving that the technology is reliable and functional in high-demand, day-to-day urban operations. Taxis are perfect test cases for this technology because they require fast turnarounds and constant uptime, 2 major advantages of swapping compared to charging. Then, of course, we have NIO, the parent company of ONVO, pioneering swap stations that serve both its premium NIO brand and its newly launched ONVO sub-brand. While this shows innovation and commitment, it also presents a challenge: compatibility. Currently, different models, even within the NIO family, use different battery shapes and sizes. The original NIO batteries are different in dimensions from the ONVO batteries, which in turn differ from those used in models like the ET9, and that's not even counting variations in battery capacities. What this means is that until a unified standard is established across the industry, battery swapping stations will need to support a wide range of formats. That's a logistical hurdle, but also an opportunity for innovation and leadership. Whichever company manages to streamline this process may set the benchmark for the entire EV industry. Now let's return to the ONVO situation. The social media post that went viral wasn't just a generic company update, it came from someone inside ONVO, and it made a bold claim. According to the message, while some earlier reports may have prematurely declared ONVO's order numbers were exploding, the real growth would become evident in early May. The implication was clear. After the buzz generated during the Shanghai Auto Show, ONVO's sales were poised to truly take off. This sounded like a jab at former NIO executive Alan, who had previously used similar "orders are exploding" language. It also seemed like a subtle flex, implying that the real surge was just beginning, and that the first week of May figures would blow everyone away. But this bold message did not sit well with ONVO's leadership. Dr. Shen Fei, the brand's CEO, quickly issued a public statement on Weibo, the Chinese equivalent of Twitter, where he strongly disapproved of the employee's comments. He stated unequivocally that the individual had been harshly reprimanded and made it clear that such behavior would not be tolerated within the company. Why such a stern reaction? According to Dr. Shen, ONVO does not promote hype or try to create public expectations about sales performance. The leadership philosophy at ONVO is to focus on incremental progress. Rather than setting lofty sales targets or creating market buzz with aggressive claims, Dr. Shen has repeatedly said that his goal is simple: each month, sell just 1 more vehicle than the month before. It's a grounded approach, steady, methodical, and aimed at long-term growth. The idea is to avoid unnecessary pressure and instead cultivate sustainable development, where teams focus on the product and customer experience instead of obsessing over short-term numbers. In that light, the employee's statement not only broke internal policy, but also ran counter to ONVO's brand philosophy. Still, there's a fair argument to be made on both sides. Sales figures do play a role in public perception. When consumers hear that a car is selling well, it increases their confidence in that product. People tend to follow trends, and if a brand is doing well, it creates a sense of credibility. On the other hand, if a product is struggling to find buyers, that alone might be enough to turn away potential customers, regardless of how good the product actually is. That's why many automakers and tech companies routinely broadcast their sales numbers. You'll often hear phrases like best-selling EV in the country or number one in its class to establish dominance in the market. Numbers act as social proof. They reassure potential customers that choosing a particular product means aligning themselves with the majority, or at least with a popular, trusted option. But Dr. Shen's reluctance to hype up numbers reveals a more philosophical approach. He doesn't want a company culture that rides emotional highs only to crash during the lows. He wants stability, discipline, and a focus on what really matters: the cars themselves. In a way, it's admirable. But it also makes managing a new brand like ONVO quite tricky. And that brings us to a deeper issue revealed by this incident: internal misalignment. The fact that an ONVO manager went public with a message so at odds with the company's stated values hints at possible instability or lack of internal cohesion. Perhaps rules haven't been fully communicated. Perhaps company culture hasn't yet taken root. Either way, it points to a challenge in managing a fast-growing but young organization. Examples of this inconsistency are already visible. There have been reports of minor but telling issues, things like sales staff standing outside stores smoking instead of attending to customers, or water jugs being placed in inappropriate spots that block entrances. Even more surprisingly, there have been claims that some upper-level managers at ONVO have publicly promoted competitors' products, a practice that would be unthinkable at a more established brand like NIO. These signs suggest that ONVO, while innovative and ambitious, is still in the early stages of shaping its internal culture. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Every new company faces growing pains. But it does mean that ONVO will need to be proactive about establishing clear policies, training staff properly, and maintaining brand integrity at every level of the organization. What ONVO needs now is time. Time to refine its systems. Time to train its employees. Time to ensure that the brand matures into something that can stand beside NIO without comparison, something with its own voice and values. Mistakes will happen, of course, and public missteps like this one may be part of the learning curve, but they also offer valuable lessons. Hopefully, Dr. Shen Fei can maintain control over the team and continue guiding the brand in the right direction. It's clear that demand is there. If early indicators are anything to go by, ONVO is gaining traction in the market, especially in the wake of major events like the Shanghai Auto Show. That's good news for the brand, its parent company, and consumers looking for fresh, exciting options in the EV space. The road ahead may not be smooth, but if ONVO can overcome these early hurdles, the future looks promising. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next video.